Alright, what is up guys? Today I'm bringing you guys Aim Island. Now this is going to be a part of a new series of maps I'm actually going to be making throughout the year. I will also still be making Train Island throughout the year. However, on Aim Island we're going to be focusing mainly on aim as the name suggests. But obviously in Aim Island, this is more targeted towards your aiming skills. So anyways, let's get right into it. I also just want to say thanks to all my supporters currently. It just allows me to make these maps full time for you guys, and I really do appreciate it. Anyways, essentially this map is basically like Train Island V6. You will see a lot of scenarios from Train Island V6 into this map, but I did improve some of them. For example, like the tracking one, it used to be a bot, and also changed the layout a little bit here, and I made them zombies instead as well. And there's a lot of other small changes throughout the sections that were in V6 that I've added into this. You might not notice them, but it just improves the quality of the map. Anyways, I thought we'd start off with the new sections that I've added into this. So first of all, we have a new one called Crosshair, a shotgun version of it. Another new one we have is Strafe, as well as Impulse and Weapon Swap. Anyways, one of my favorite sections out of the new ones is definitely Strafe, because as you can see, I created a custom zombie path system. Basically, the zombie comes out of one of 4 directions, and the path is randomized, so he'll just start running in random directions until he gets to you. I haven't seen anyone else create something like this, and I think it's one of the most realistic forms of tracking you can have in Fortnite right now. So I'm sure you guys will really enjoy this. Alright, the next favorite one out of the new ones I've added is actually called Weapon Swap. Now this is kind of like pump to SMG kind of practice. It's really good for real games. Basically what you do is just shoot this one and then quickly switch to your SMG and track the bot in the back. And anytime the sentry pops up right in front of you, you want to quickly get your shotgun out and kill him as fast as possible. Even if you're in the middle of tracking this bot, it's a good habit to switch to your shotgun quickly and kill that bot. But yeah, it's a fairly simple scenario. I thought it was really good to build up that habit of switching to your SMG right after a pump shot, and it also is very effective when you're using new weapon binds. And Impulse is just like the name says. It's basically just a bunch of bots that are supposed to replicate somebody shockwaving away from you or towards you. And with the Season 5 meta, there's a lot of people running shockwaves, so this is really good to get in the habit of shooting people out of the air. By the way, this section is pretty difficult, so you don't have to kill the bot fully, but as long as you get like 2 to 3 tags, you should be pretty good. Alright, and the last one out of the new ones is actually the Crosshair shotgun version. So alright, as soon as you go into this teleporter, you will see a sign that says recommended weapon with a combat shotgun. I would highly recommend you use the combat shotgun, that way you can actually shoot the bot fast, because with the pump, it's just going to be really slow and pretty easy to be honest. And with the combat shotgun, I made the bot actually have 50 health, that way you actually have to shoot the center of the bot, because if you don't, you will not actually kill the bot. Alright, somehow I'm doing 50 damage to the hand, but so you do have to be a little bit more accurate if you want to get one shots here. So those are pretty much all the new sections I've added. Now let me just show you guys the ones I've actually updated that are from V6. Alright, the first one I've updated is actually tracking. Now you may notice I switched it out with zombies instead, as well as changed the layout a little bit here. The reason I switched this is because the sentries kind of moved kind of jagged. It wasn't very smooth. And the hitbox is very small on them, so this should feel a lot smoother and a bit easier to do. Now sometimes the zombies will get stuck in this section, but I really tried my best. Like I spent literally 2 to 3 hours trying to perfect it so they don't get stuck, but it still happens from time to time, so just to let you guys know. Alright, now the box fight section is the next one I've updated. Now this is the same system I used in Season 5 warm-up. So obviously instead of having just one square, it is a 3x3 grid now. So it's just a little bit more realistic and allows for more variability. I can't even say that word, I'm not even going to try, but you guys know what I'm trying to say. And then you have just the reset builds button and delete bots button if you want to do that. Alright, just as a quick side note, for some reason the sniper actually doesn't register when you hit the sentry right here. It will actually just show like you hitting it right there, as you can see, but it will not actually show the damage numbers. So I don't know what's wrong with that. I couldn't really fix it, so but as long as you see something like fly off the bot just like that, you'll know you hit it. Alright, so as far as the other sections go, I pretty much kept them the same. I didn't really see a reason to try to improve them because they were already functioning pretty well as it is. But if you guys do have suggestions, like always, like you guys can leave it in the comments. I'm always updating these maps. Sometimes people will send me suggestions in like Instagram DMs and I will usually fix it right away or, you know, add the suggestion if it is good. And then we got Zombie Frenzy here, and you can just... Then we got the classic pop-up one, where a bunch of zombies just pop up. We need to change them to 10 health, or 200 health if you prefer the trek. Now instead of using a shotgun in this section, I actually prefer using the SMG because you have to be a little bit more accurate, whereas the tac shotgun has a huge spread, so it's pretty easy to kind of hit these targets. So I just personally prefer using like an SMG or something here. Now the glide section is pretty much still the same, but for whatever reason it still tends to glitch out with, sometimes it'll spawn like 2 zombies instead of 1, and I haven't really been able to find a fix for that, but it shouldn't really be too much of a deal as long as you ignore the second one that spawns in. I also forgot to mention I did add horizontal. This was not in V6 and a lot of you guys really like the simplicity of this one, so I decided to add it back in, and this time you have 2 bots to go for instead of 1, because with 1 you usually only kind of practice in one direction, but with 2 there's usually one going right and one usually going left. Just allows for a little bit more variability. There we go, I said it this time. Now if you guys are wondering why there's no missed tracker in this map, it's because I literally have used almost every channel that I could. As you can see, I'm scrolling all the way down. I've pretty much used every single channel possible. There's only very few that are left, and it'd be really hard for me to implement a missed shots tracker. So as you guys can see, I really pushed hard to max out the limits of this map and try to add as much as I possibly could. Alright, back to the scenarios. We have the classic crosshair one from V6. Nothing really changed here, it's still the same. And then in this corner of the map we just have some other kind of free roam kind of stuff, so like zombies, free build, and box fight. And I already showed you guys the sniping box fight section, so that should pretty much do it for the map. And as always, you can just walk up to one of these if you quickly want to go into one of my other maps. You just enter matchmaking and you'll load up to the new map. I tried really hard to add as much as I could to this map, but I am limited by the amount of channels I can use. So I can't even imagine once they increase the limit of the channels to like 300 or something how advanced my maps are going to be, because it's going to be truly insane. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video and the map, please drop a like and I'll see you guys in the next one.